Happy Friday to my basics bitches out there. This is Friday No Filter, where we unleash the rant on the basics of health. Each Friday, we tear down the glossy facade and dive headfirst into the nitty-gritty of what it takes to thrive in the chaos of modern health. No frills, no fluff, just straight talk about what matters. It's time to embrace the chaos on your own journey and give a big, bold middle finger to the status quo. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Don't Call Me Skinny. This is Friday, No Filter, meaning we're coming hard today. We are lit up. No, I'm just kidding. If you did not yet have a chance to go watch or listen to either or, I apologize. Apparently my video glitched on Wednesday's episode and it was completely off. So that kind of sucks. I'm hoping that does not happen again on this one. But anyways, Wednesday's episode was all about calorie calc, and it's glitching again. So I'm guessing that this is just going to be the norm for this. This is poopy. Anyways, I guess it's just gonna be the norm. Calorie calculators and what you need to be paying attention to when it comes to calories and calculators when you get all these numbers back and your BMR and your TDEE and all these things. And I want to talk about one piece that I didn't really dive a whole lot into, but I want to talk about the lack of patience. And a lot of us, regardless of the numbers that we get, we just don't have patience to stick in it long enough. And typically, there's three reasons why calorie calculators numbers don't work, okay? The first reason is because they're not correct. The numbers are just not accurate. And again, every calorie calculator uses different, what are those called? Equations to get the numbers that they get, right? You might multiply your activity level by a different number. They might do your body mass index as a different number, your body fat percentage or your lean mass or your this or that. There's a few different ones that can be used, and they do their math differently. So the first reason is that your calorie calculator numbers actually are not correct, okay? The second reason that your numbers might not be working is because you're not actually accurately tracking your food. We talk a lot about people under eating, specifically women. Oh, I don't eat a lot. I don't eat a lot. And in my own experience, there's rarely a person that's actually not eating a lot. It's that they're not eating a lot of decent foods. They are not eating foods that are going to fill them up. They're eating foods that are going to run through their body very quickly or that are very low volume, high calorie. Like I said the other day, where we're having this low volume, high calorie food. So things like butter and peanut butter and mayonnaise and where we're drinking our calories and frappuccinos and things like that. I don't eat a lot, right? But we're still consuming a lot of calories. So there's a high probability, more often than not, that people just are not tracking their macros the right way. They're not actually tracking their food appropriately. We are not here for one slice or one cup or about 9 chips. That is not what we're here for. We need to be accurately measuring in grams. I know this is hard. I know it sucks. I have 2 women who are trying to right now get transfer into tracking their actual macros. And it can be overwhelming, right? I think part of it, just accepting that you're going to fuck up. I talked about this before, but it's a skill. This is a skill that you have not yet learned and you have to learn it. And guess what happens when we learn a new skill? It's fucking annoying. It takes time. It takes effort. It's frustrating. We make mistakes. We fuck things up all the time. This is not an abnormal thing. Okay. So understanding that you actually might not be tracking your macros the correct way or your food the correct way is another reason. So that's the second reason. Right. And then this last reason is that you're just not fucking patient. You're like, oh my gosh, I've been at these macros for these X amount of weeks. Right. And I want to read this post from Facebook because it's so relevant. Right. I'm in a calorie deficit. I'm eating around 1,800 calories a day, focusing on protein. I'm taking a weight loss supplement, not sure why. And it has curbed my cravings for sugar. I work out 3 to 4 times a week, weights once a week, then cardio the rest. I've been in a calorie deficit for a few weeks now and tracking what I eat. I've lost absolutely nothing. I'm beyond frustrated. Number one, minus your scale, what the fuck are you using to track your progress besides just the scale? That's number one. Are you losing fat in measurements? Are your clothes feeling better? What do your pictures look like? How else are you doing that? And so I think it's important. Like this person literally said pretty much verbatim what I was going to say. And she said, I would say that you're either not in a calorie deficit, so your numbers are wrong for you, or you're not tracking accurately, or you're being too patient, or both, right? So all these three things that I'm literally talking about right now, this is literally what I was going to tell her, because look, and you're just impatient. 3 weeks is not enough time. When you like do this 180 on yourself, everybody's like, I'm tricking my body. Y'all, your body is fucking genius. Your body's a fucking genius, a goddamn genius. It knows way better than you know. It's way smarter than you think it is. And you can't trick your body, right? So when we make a big adjustment in our life like this, where we're eating more protein and we're doing these things, and you say, oh, I've been here a few weeks, I've lost nothing. Okay, well, keep going. Keep going. Just fucking keep going. Did you do this in math? Did you do this when you learned how to ride a bike or tie your shoes or walk? Nope. You just fucking kept going till you figured it out, right? It's the same concept. And I would say that the two that I see the most often are not accurately tracking food and you are not patient. So regardless of what the calorie calculator says, if those two other things you're way off on, meaning you're way off on tracking and you have no fucking patience and you expect to wake up 5 pounds lighter in 2 weeks, this is a problem. It's a big problem. Okay. So it's really a matter of having that really hard, honest conversation again with yourself, getting into the mirror, pointing back at yourself and going, you're the fucking problem. You got to figure this out. And here's the deal. That should be really powerful. I feel like sometimes we think we should be ashamed, right? Like, yeah, I'm the one that got myself to 250 pounds, but it's also, I'm the one that can get me out of it. So I know I got myself there, meaning I know I can get myself back. Okay. That is powerful to be in that position, to stand in that power, to say, I can do this. And it might look awful and scary and ugly and all the things. That's okay. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. It's totally normal. It's cool. And it's going to look very different. It's going to be hard. I don't know who in their right goddamn minds are out there telling people that this process is so fucking easy. Like it's no big deal. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. It is a big deal. And it's hard shit. Especially when you are just focusing on this. We're not adding in mom life, work life, home life, wife life, or anything other kind of life that we are getting in there. Like that's the reality. Okay. That's the reality. So are you tracking accurately? Are you patient enough? And then at the end of the day, the numbers just might not be right for you, depending on what equation is being used, depending on what you set your own shit at, like what you set your own shit as. So like if you are actual sedentary, but you put yourself as lightly active or moderately active and you're fucking not, well, that's going to throw your numbers off and the numbers probably are not accurate for you. Okay. So we also have to be honest about where are we at. Had a conversation with somebody on TikTok about it. Like we have to be honest with where we are. Again, that's the only way you're going to get out. Like this hard, honest conversation about shit is the only way you're getting through it. Okay. So, that being said, Fat Loss Basics, y'all, hop into it. I'm taking anybody and everybody at this point. Okay. That's not true. I'm not taking anybody. You still have to be a good fit. Still hopping on calls with some women. Got another one yesterday off of TikTok. So excited. She's hopping in. I'm so excited to be here to serve in this group. And man, last night's call that we did was all about protein and fiber. It was very much more. I think that's a real thing, but it was way more, educational than more of like mindset work and stuff. It was a very different because I've been doing so much mindset work with them. And then like last night's like protein. This is why protein's important. And this is how you get it in. And these are the sources and blah, blah, blah. This is fiber. This is why this is important. This is why you need to eat it, blah, blah, blah. So it was just kind of funny that and then I was showing people how to read a label. Like understanding how to read a label is fucking important, guys. I have a whole masterclass on label reading. Get in there. Watch the fucking video. It's in my link tree. Links in the show notes. Okay. I'll catch you all on the flip side. Have a great weekend.